Why is exposure important for Premiere Pro color correction? Have you ever wondered why exposure plays such a vital role in color correction within Adobe Premiere Pro? Understanding this concept can truly transform your editing process. Let's break it down. Exposure is the key factor that affects the brightness and visibility of details in your video footage. When your exposure is set correctly, your image will neither be too dark nor too bright. This balance is essential for recovering and adjusting details in both shadows and highlights during the color correction process. Starting with the right exposure gives you a solid base for color adjustments. If your exposure is off, colors can look washed out or overly bright, making it tough to achieve a natural appearance. Proper exposure helps you maintain detail in both bright and dark areas. Overexposed highlights can lose their detail and appear flat, while underexposed shadows can become muddy and lack definition. When you adjust exposure in Premiere Pro, you can recover these details, which significantly improves the overall quality of your image. In fact, adjusting exposure is often the first step in the color correction workflow. Using tools like the waveform scope, which measures luminance levels, allows you to objectively evaluate and set the correct exposure levels. This is especially useful because it helps you work independently of your monitor's calibration. Correct exposure is also essential for achieving consistent color correction across multiple clips. This consistency makes your final video appear cohesive, as if all the footage was captured under similar lighting conditions. In practical terms, adjusting exposure in Premiere Pro involves manipulating settings like exposure, highlights, shadows, and whites within the Lumetri Color panel. This ensures your image has a balanced tonal range before you move on to more creative color grading steps. In essence, exposure controls the brightness and detail range in your footage. Mastering exposure adjustment in Premiere Pro allows you to create visually appealing videos with natural colors and balanced lighting. By focusing on exposure first, you set yourself up for success in the color correction process.